good morning, or your regelt, as they say it in Hungarian, as we are now at the Marta Christina Tiahahu Literacy Park to attend an event titled Hungary Welcomes the World, Stipendium Hungaricum Scholarship and Career Expo, an expo held by the Hungarian government to give everyone around the world, including Indonesians, a chance to study and experience living in Hungary. Now, before we learn more about this event from my very special guest today, the Ambassador of Hungary to Indonesia, Her Excellency Lilla Karsay, let's first have a look around. Right now, I'm inside the public library at Marta Tiahahu Literacy Park with my very special guest, the Ambassador of Hungary to Indonesia, Her Excellency Lilla Karsay. Your Excellency, so good to see you again.
It's very nice to see you again, Siska.
So first and foremost, congratulations on this exciting day. Now, before I ask you more questions about the expo, I first want to ask you about, I hear there was a ceremony that happened right here inside the public library. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, as this is a public library, which means anyone can come here. I came up with the idea that why not have also Hungarian books? So the inauguration of a Hungarian book corner just happened previously here. Okay. We have a cube for ourselves. For the moment, we have 7 Hungarian books. Okay. They are all types. You can find political, you can find about culture, even some literature. Okay. So those who are interested about Hungary or the Hungarian heritage, traditions, this is a good place now to find some books. And also in the future, I would like to have more books bring here, because I believe that we also contributed a lot to the world literature.
Exactly, because they say that books are a window to the world. From these books, we can learn more about Hungary. I think I saw a book about Rubik's Cube in that box. So next time I come here, I will definitely have a look and learn more about Rubik's Cube that actually come from Hungary. This is something you should know, fun fact about Hungary. So Your Excellency, again, we are very excited now that this expo, Stipendium Hungaricum, Scholarship and Career Expo is finally here at the Marta Tiahahu Literacy Park. Now, please tell us first about the background of this event. Why did you decide to hold it here in Jakarta, and what are the objectives?
Well, it started with the initiative from my government, because this is the 10th anniversary of the Stipendium scholarship itself. So my government was very curious, like what happened with the alumni, those people who traveled in Hungary, and what are their achievements. So they focus on very much to create a community, a very strong community among the alumni. And obviously, if we gather them, we also need to promote the scholarship, because they can tell all the good things, hopefully good things about the scholarships. And for sure, there are many Indonesian students these days who are very interested to study in Europe, and Hungary is a very popular destination as well. And because the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship, we give 110 every year only to Indonesian students.
110 every year only to Indonesians?
Yes.
So there's a lot of opportunities.
It is.
There.
In the ASEAN region, it's almost 1,000. Wow. So I think it shows very well the Hungarian government's commitment that this is a kind of long-term investment, because obviously those who are studying, it's a full degree program. That means that all their tuition during those years that they need to spend to do their studies are covered by the Hungarian government. Wow. Also the accommodation, medical insurance, even some pocket money. So that is a great opportunity because also the quality of studies are quite good. So we chose this place because we can approach a lot of young people. It is very easy to access by the MRT, and for sure have a public library, have very nice coffee shops.
Yes.
I think we can attract many young people. also pre-register to the event, but also whoever is just walking around and might be interested.
Okay, so it's open for public. Yes. Anybody can come, maybe spend a few time to hang out with your friends while also learn about studying opportunities in Hungary. Now, before I delve deeper into the technicalities of applying for the scholarship, maybe you can tell us about studying in Hungary itself. Maybe you can give us some inspiration when it comes to field of studies. What is actually the most popular now in Hungary?
Well, I think it's important first to understand how is life in Hungary. So as a student coming from Asia, very different culture. On the other hand, obviously safety is one of the most important reasons. As part of the European Union, we have also the Schengen zone, so whoever wants to travel other countries as well, it's very easy access. But also our security standards are quite high, especially in Budapest. I would say that it is one of the safest city, or Hungary, safest country in the European Union as well. It is very affordable. So comparing to other countries where the quality of education must be very similar, but the affordability is different. For sure, for Hungary, it's a better option, and for sure, for students, that is a very important key factor as well.
It'll be great news for the parents actually who wants to send their kids away to uni.
And you know that is the thing, that this scholarship gives the availability even those who might not be able to finance by their parents, especially because the students can also work. They can have paid internship, but they can also have part-time job. It is possible with the regulation. So,
so the visa will allow for them to study and work at the same time.
So I think this could be very encouraging. That this is it shouldn't be of the matter of the finances, but rather to be adventurous.
Yes, of course. Now, if someone is yet familiar with the opportunities that are available in higher education in Hungary, what would your suggestions be? Like maybe a list of universities or majors, field of studies that Hungary is very well known for globally?
Well, for this scholarship, the Stipendium Hungaricum, they can apply for 29 universities. These are public universities. We have other private ones as well, but in Hungary it is more usual to have public ones. And the quality is usually the best, as it is almost in every country. What we have a very good strength in the medical studies, for example. The Szemmelweis University is considered one of a very, very prestigious all around the world. But also we see that it's very popular for the engineering, like information technology, even agricultural engineering, economics is popular, and also in the tourism sector we receive. For sure, this is also my job to make sure that we can diversify, to broaden for the studies, because there are more than 600 programs. So the selection, the list of selection is huge, but we need also the students to apply on different fields, for example, sport management.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's more specific, but we need to encourage students here as well to apply for those programs.
Okay, now I'll be asking on behalf of the students, do we need to be able to speak Hungarian to study in Hungary?
Well, if you are adventurous enough, you can start, but if you want shorter term achievements, that English language is perfectly fine.
Okay.
But we have programs also in German, French, Spanish, so those who have different specifications, it's possible, mostly in English languages.
Okay.
And especially in Hungarian universities, we don't need those kind of exams like the TOEFL or the other different types where they require in those countries.
No TOEFL, no IELTS, and
exactly. If you have, there are the requirements like, let's say, intermediate level language exam they require. That's enough to show, and whatever you took before, and when you apply, then you have to show that certification. That's enough.
Okay.
For sure, from the universities, once someone wants the scholarship, then they need to write a test, and for sure they need to estimate that what is the minimum requirement for the language knowledge.
Yeah.
But normally those who apply, there is no issue with the language at all.
Okay, so now we're scratching a little bit about the requirements to apply for the scholarships. You already mentioned you don't have to have Hungarian proficiency. English for a start is enough, but what are the other requirements? What do we need to prepare to apply for the scholarship?
It depends on the studies.
Okay.
We see that mostly PhD students are coming or using the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship. For sure, for that, it's a much more specific area, and they require those extra things that normally a master or bachelor degree doesn't require.
Yeah.
It's quite simple, I would say. Like you need your CV, you need the record of your previous studies, you need a motivation letter, your language exam, some medical checks. So it's very basic, I would say. And normally, because we have a lot of applicants, like for this 110 spaces, we have more than 1,500 applicants. We are looking for the best of the best, and we never have issues with those parts for the qualification. It's rather difficult to find who are to list really the best 100.
All right. So for this last batch of scholarship, we could say that the competition is already fierce. How about the next one? If people want to apply for the next one, where they can do that?
The registration will start on the 15th of November, and it will stop on the 15th of January. So technically, there will be 2 months for the application. We always announce it very clearly. It is not just the embassy's job, actually, but also the Ministry of Education of Indonesia. So those who are interested in, they will announce it officially, and they are the one who are shortlist. So this is why it's a collaboration. It's a government-to-government collaboration.
Okay, all very encouraging to hear. Now, just to ask a little bit also about the career opportunities that are available here in the Expo, maybe you can give us some ideas on what we can get actually in terms of finding out about career opportunities in Hungary.
Well, we are very much short on good labor force, and that also applies to the educated, higher educated, and also vocational trainings. Right now we have a very interesting program together with working together with the Ministry of Education and Hungarian companies who are giving opportunities for paid internship for those polytechnic students who already finished the curriculum, only the internship program or the practical knowledge is missing, and then they come to Hungary. Usually they stay 2 or 3 years, and that is part of also their curriculum, so they get the diploma after they finish in Hungary. But this is a paid internship. So for those Hungarian companies which really needs these rather vocational experts, they can have at least 2 or 3 years they have provided the workforce. And for Indonesian people who have the higher standards, ideally, and they come back home, and then that's how they can contribute to the economy as well. But for sure, as I mentioned, we also need those educated people who might be interested next to their scholarship program to have also some pocket money, or as part of their curriculum as well, to have some other knowledge. So in each sector, we very much need. For vocational, we rather need in the automotive industry, as it is very advanced in Hungary, especially in the electric vehicle production.
Very interesting. And there'll be counselors here to walk us through if we need any information and background on the opportunities, right?
Even today we have an exhibitor who has good experience in this, but the Hungarian companies are very eager to find the talented Indonesian people.
Very excited to hear that. Now, if we connect this expo to the wider scope of Indonesia's and Hungary's bilateral relationship that has been going on really strong since 1955, how do you think this expo will impact the exchange of cultural understanding between our countries?
I think it is very important to show first that what do we do here, because it may not be always very visible, especially for young people when they are focusing on other studies as well, that here we are, we have a lot to offer, so please come here. And obviously this event itself is not just about the scholarship, but also about culture, like try the gastronomy or visit some places that somehow related to Hungary, the Rubik's Cube. You know, these are small things, but once people get familiar with, then they realize that actually it's very interesting. Maybe we should go and see Hungary by ourselves. So, for sure. And the other thing is, as I said, this is a long-term investment from the Hungarian government, which means it shows very well our commitment that we consider the Southeast Asian region and Indonesia very seriously. They are our strategic partners, and people-to-people connections through education is very important to us.
Okay, so last question, Your Excellency, before I let you go. I know you have a busy day ahead. So what are your hopes and wishes with the holding of this expo, the Stipendium Hungaricum Scholarship and Career Expo right here in Jakarta, especially in terms of education and cultural collaboration between Indonesia and Hungary?
Well, I really would like to have even more applicants, much more diverse fields of expertise. I want to show Indonesian young people that Hungarian culture has a lot to offer, that we have very similar values on a social level, and Hungary is really one of the best destinations that they can choose to do their higher education, or even just to visit as a tourist, that we are the country that they have to go. It's a must-see place.
Okay. Madam Ambassador, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. Thank you so much for giving me a bit of your time today. Again, congratulations. Many thanks to everybody at the Embassy of Hungary for this wonderful opportunity. And for sure, I'll be taking a look around to see all the wonderful booths. There's a booth of, I think, Rubik's Cube's community right here at the expo. And I see a lot of great food, especially Hungarian delicacy, I think.
the kurtos
That's it.
which is the chimney cake.
Yes, I'm gonna have a bite of that. Thank you so much, Madam Ambassador. Hope to see you soon again, and all the best for the expo.
Thank you very much for having me.
So that's the end. Ada. Terima kasih ya. Thank you. So there you have it. If you're a student who wants to pursue higher education in Hungary, or you want to pursue a career and live in Hungary, then this is the place to go. Hungary welcomes the World Stipendium Hungaricum Scholarship and Career Expo right here in Marta Tiahahu Literacy Park. Here you can learn so much more about Hungary, about the possibilities and opportunities that you can enjoy. Or at least you can try the Hungarian delicacy of kurtos. I'm Siska Becker for TVRI World. Thank you for watching.